Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's work on two exercises to practice your file handling skills with Python. So the first program here is to create a file that creates a file and then read its content and display them on the computer screen. The second one is to copy the content of a given text file to another file. So you can just pause the video now and try out these exercises on your own before you come back and watch my solution. So I will start with these files now. So I'm just going to go ahead and say file 1 now is equals to, so let me just scroll down here. So file 1 is equals to open, then I'm opening a text file. I'll just give it like text.txt. So I'm open this in the writing mode now. So that's one of the 3 steps of file I'm doing, opening a file. Then I want to say while true. So why am I saying while true? This is just a loop to make sure that it keep on running until the condition is false, right? So I want to print out something to the user. I want to say type a line of text. I'm telling the user now to type a line of text, and I want to capture this line as an input from the user. So I'm just going to ask for an input from this user. Then I'm going to write this line of text now. So I'm just going to go ahead and say file1.write. So I'm writing this line now. Then I'm adding a new line character to this line, to this string I'm collecting. So this will be on a new line automatically. Then I want to go ahead and just print out more lines. I want to ask if this user still want to input more lines. So I'm just going to say, I'm asking the user yes or no. Do you want to input more lines to this text? Then I want to modify the end parameter right here. Just make it a space. Empty string is sort of a new line, which is by default. Then I want to capture the yes no input from the user. I'm capturing this input now. If this input now is not in this list, there's not a capital letter Y or a small letter y. What I want to do now is, if it's not present in this list, I just want to break this loop. I want to break out of this loop. That's me stopping the loop. Then otherwise it is in the loop, right? So I just want to have my file.close here. So I'm closing this file. After writing to the file, I've closed the file. Then I want to open this file again, but as a different variable. I'll call it file2, and I'll go ahead and say open. Okay, before that, let's run this program and see how far it is. So now type in text of file. Hello. Let me say hello everyone. Okay, yes, I want to type in more file. Okay, I just want to say it's nice. Okay, let's just say it's nice to meet you all. Okay, then I want to say no. So my program has finished now. You can see now this program is running quite all right. And one thing that I might want to modify is just this. Instead of having it this way, I just have it on my input prompt right here. And same thing as this. So I'm just comment this. Comment this too. So let me run this and see if I still have the same results. And okay, let's have this way. So let's run this again. Stop and rerun. So I want to say hello everyone again. Okay, yes, it's not nice to meet you. So let me just say that. Okay, and now I'm ending it. So that's still quite all right. So I can see my text here. So it still work all right. So I don't need this print right here. I don't need this print right here. So just put a space here, and yes, we are good to go. So now we're working with our second file object right here. I want to open this in a reading mode. So I'll just go ahead and say text dot txt, and I am opening this in a reading mode, right? I want to read from this file. So using a formatted string right here. So I would like to print out content of the file. Okay, let me say this is the content of the file. So telling this that is the content of the file, and yeah, I want to have a new line character right there. Okay, I don't need this to be a formatted string. Now I want to have a variable, and I want to read from this file 2.read lines. I want to read the lines there, and now I want to loop through this line. For line in text in this list text, I just want to print out every line. Then I want the end to be a space and not. So I don't forget to always close your file. So now we close the file. So if I should go ahead and run this again, I'll see, type a line of text, and I'll just go hello. Say hello coders. Yes. I was letting it going. Yes. Hope you are enjoying the tutorial. Okay, that's all right. So I'll stop this for now. So now I can see I'm printing this out right here, and so I'm getting my output outside. Now you can see this is because of this space that is put here. So you should just make this an empty string, an empty list right there, and it should work quite all right. So this is all for the first exercise. Now let's talk about the second exercise. So I'll just go ahead and get rid of this. Let me just cut it. Okay. So the second exercise now is to copy the context of a given file text now to the another file, right? So what we want to do right here is, so I have two files here, right? So let me try and copy one of these files to another. So I'll just say file1 equals to open. So first of all, let me open text.txt, and what I want to do is open this in a reading mode, right? I'm reading from text.txt because I want to copy the contents from text.txt to the file 2. Now I am opening this in a writing mode, right? So test.txt. So I'm opening this in a writing mode. I'm reading from 1, I'm writing to 1. So what I want to do now is just go ahead and say, okay, so I want to read from this first file, just here for line. I'll just go ahead and say for line in by 1, print outline. So let's see what we have here. So now you can see we are getting all the lines outside right here. So for line in line 1, what we just want to do is to go ahead and write these to file 2. So write this line to file 2. Then once we are done with this, we want to close the 2 file. Just go ahead and close the first file, then do the same thing for the second file. And with this, we are done. Okay, now if I check my text file, this is it. And if I check this, they are now both the same thing. So I've successfully copied the contents of this text.txt to test.txt. So that will be all for Python exercise on file handling today. See you in the next video. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.